Good life, easy, baby. We're back.
Again.
Good life, easy.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year, brother.
2022, bro.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
2022. When are you getting the New Year, New You tattoo?
New
Year, New You, bro. New Year, New Me.
This New Year's resolution nobody's talking about now.
What resolutions you can keep now in 2022?
No, but like it's out of like.
I think people were talking a
Yeah.
lot. You've not been seeing all these reels and all. First day of my favorite New Year, 2022.
I thought this year the whole conversation of resolutions and all was a little dulled down. Nobody
You
was
think
speaking
so?
to it much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally people ask, on
What's
the
your
last,
New Year
in the last-
resolution?
Yeah, what's your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, bro. You should ask what was your last year's New Year resolution? And did you fulfill it?
When did you fail?
What was your last year's New Year resolution? I bet people don't even remember.
5th Jan, I quit.
5th Jan over. I think you should take New Year's resolutions in Feb.
But
After all the optimism dies down.
That's true, bro. And also, it's like the resolutions are so generic, bro. I want to read more books. I want to lose more weight. I want to be
Yes,
more
bro.
fit.
Yes,
drink more water.
True. There are two types of resolutions. One resolution is to avoid things and one is to do things.
To do things, yeah.
Which one is yours, bro?
Bro, I don't believe in this concept of resolution.
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Bro,
I think New Year's resolutions are good.
I think if you have a problem,
good.
you resolve it
Yeah, yeah.
then.
So
you don't wait for a fucking day,
what I
1st
feel
of
is-
Jan.
What I feel is,
And resolve
like
it then.
people, like human beings now, bro, they need these little breaks. They need these little restarts, bro.
Restarts, bro.
Just think,
People love restarts.
Yeah. Bro, our life is continuous. Okay, bro, but we don't look at it that way.
But what's 1st of Jan going to do?
Exactly. 1st of Jan is like basically a date-based goal. Like how Monday is. Monday se.
Yeah.
Pehli tarikh se.
So imagine the 1st of Jan, which is a Monday. The guys who really wait for those days
Monday,
to start
bro.
something. It's like the biggest day of their life.
New
Monday,
Year.
which is the first.
Monday the first. Oh, this time it was Monday.
No, not
the
this
first?
time. I think
Oh shit.
one
bro.
of these times, if there is,
Shit. That's the time
they
when
would enjoy.
the New Year resolutions must have peaked. bro.
Peak.
bro.
All the gyms full.
Full. But business booms and business dies down in Jan. No?
That's true, bro.
You
That's
think
true.
the alcohol industry must be like facing a few losses?
Alcohol industry don't face no losses. You understand?
Only profits.
The only losses are the lives.
Only profits.
People lose to
For 2 days. only.
overconsumption
Yeah,
of
yeah.
alcohol. Yeah.
Any New Year resolutions?
Zero.
Zero, bro.
Don't
Fair
wait
enough.
to resolve your problems until a Monday or a New Year.
Yes.
Resolve
Act on
it immediately.
Act on it. Huh?
Yeah. Kal kare so
Aaj kare so
Ab.
kab.
All
Yes,
right.
Yes, boys. New Year's resolutions, New Year, New Me.
resolved.
Resolve, bro. 2022.
2022, bro. So let's get into it, bro.
What's trending?
The first podcast of the year.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so what do you want to start with?
What's trending,
We have a
bro?
couple of topics.
Any important
Important,
news?
you were telling me about the organ trade business.
Yes, bro. So
that you have been
just think about it. Now, what was
researching.
the biggest show last year, bro?
Squid Games.
Squid Games. Okay, bro. What was very evident in Squid Games?
The
It was
doctor-
basically
yeah.
just showcasing how Korea has accepted the fact that you can basically give away your bodily rights if you're in debt. That's what that protagonist, the main guy
Yeah.
in the show, he was in debt.
Yeah.
He signed that document in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he gave away his bodily rights. So they could take an eye from him.
Yeah.
Or a damn kidney from him. So even there was a subplot in the show where there was organ harvesting of
That
those,
one, the corrupt doctor.
yeah, the dead participants, So that made me question that what's happening with organ trade, And then I was just looking up, I was doing a little bit of research and I was like, what's going on in India regarding organ trade? Because it's coming in a lot of shows, even in Hellbound it was there.
Okay.
Korean based, but still they were talking about organs. So bro, you won't believe it, bro. It happens in our city.
In Mumbai?
In Mumbai.
All right.
In Bombay Hospital. So basically if you want a kidney, maximum transplants, the most wanted organ is the kidney and the lung.
Kidney.
And the
lung also?
lung.
Kidney to we've heard, na?
Kidney and lung, yeah. But now, bro, basically in Bombay Hospital, right, there was this one doctor. He was a nephrologist. Nephrologists are the guys that take care of your liver.
Okay.
So, bro, he
I didn't even know
recently
that.
got busted for running a big racket for 3 years. So, say for example, you have a kidney problem on demand, bruv. What you need, you want a damn kidney, you'll get it.
Wow.
So you have like
In Bombay Hospital?
Bro, Bombay Hospital, man. It's hard. It's hard. Who would have thought that it's happening around us? Now we all know that a lot of other countries are very open about
No, you would
organ
think
trading.
like small towns, whether people are not as educated, don't ask as relevant questions as they're supposed to.
Who do you think would want to donate their organ, bro? Of course, the poor,
Yes,
right?
of course. Yeah,
The
yeah.
poor, right? There's
Of
only a
course.
one-way ticket, bro.
Either the poor or either the scammed.
Yeah, the scammed or the poor, or somebody who's dumb enough, or we read articles that somebody sold their kidney to buy an iPhone.
Yeah.
That
That's a
happens
meme,
in
bro.
China. Na?
It's a
Yo,
meme,
I
Rahul.
bet-
That's not news.
I bet that's true, bro.
Rahul, that's a meme.
Bro, in China and all, they were there on those articles, somebody sold their
It's a
kidneys
meme,
to
bro.
buy.
That's a meme.
You think so?
That's a meme.
I think it's true, bro. I think it's
As in-
absolutely true.
Yeah,
bro.
it's possible. It's definitely possible.
So they
People
say-
go above and beyond for the
Yeah,
desires.
Desires, bro.
you
So
know?
they say the maximum amount of transplants or the organ donors who've like come from poverty and given most of their organs come from Tamil Nadu, bro. So all of this actually peaked during the tsunami time. In 2004, fishermen were heavily hit, no?
Oh, damn.
So how do you transcend poverty? Go to the traffickers and give them a lung or a kidney, bro.
Yeah.
Make money. The traffickers used to say that okay, you've lost your house, we'll give you a house to stay
Yeah,
till you
yeah,
recover.
Yeah.
So you catch them when they're poor or at their weakest, bro. So,
And the biggest assholes in this industry are the dalals, bro, the brokers.
Yo, fucking.
I saw some BBC video of this one broker, obviously undercover with the voice modulator. He's going up to poor people and he's like, so you're a healthy guy, you're a healthy person, all okay with your body. And he's like, what do you think about your life? You can live on one kidney. He'll ask the person, do you know this? Do you know that it's a fact that humans can live on one kidney? You would talk to him,
Shit.
So, this is what we can offer.
And
And
this is
apparently the
amount.
kidneys go for like $150,000 or something.
Bro, in India, you know how much it goes for Bombay Hospital? How much the guy was buying kidneys for 50 grand?
Oh, shit.
Less than $1,000, bro. And selling it for what, 3-4 lakhs?
Kidney or hair transplant? What are you talking about?
Kidney, bro, kidney.
So hair transplant is more expensive than kidney
Bro,
transplant?
kidneys were being bought from the poor for 50,000-60,000 rupees and sold to the recipients for 2-3 lakhs, bruv.
Damn, bro.
This is what happens when you have a population of 1.3 billion people.
Oh,
bro.
damn. Bro. Yeah. Because the rule is that it's not a private market. I don't think in America also, but in India,
Yes,
definitely it's
yes.
not. So you can't just go out there and demand a kidney or an eye or an organ.
There's a waiting list, no?
Yeah,
of
so there is a
donors.
list
Yeah.
across India and you have to be put on the
Correct,
waiting list.
correct,
So
correct.
obviously it's a market where the demand is extremely high. The supply
Yes.
is very low.
And that's why it's lucrative.
So it's lucrative for the the nasty guys.
So there are a lot of loopholes, bro, in this law now. Basically, say for example, if the actual law states that a mother, father, brother, sister, okay, can donate or can provide a kidney or a lung or any organ to their family member as long as it's only on the terms of it being sentimental and emotional.
Oh, okay.
So if it's only an emotional way of me donating my kidney to you, then I can do it. But if there's any monetary part attached to it, there's a committee now, bro. The government has formed a committee.
Good.
What good, Chu? What committee,
But
Chu?
bro, people will make profit out of their family members also, bro. Some people are hard.
Bro, but the committee.
You need a committee.
But the committee is
You
the
can't
government
trust
committee,
nobody.
bro.
Yeah,
it's the government.
yeah,
you
under
know?
the
So
table.
what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
So that also how if I want to buy a fucking kidney of someone, I can just tell him that okay, you're my far off family friend, and this is an emotional cause. Give me your fucking kidney.
No, that's why there's a committee, na, bro.
But come on, bruv.
Yeah.
That's why it's so evident and
That's
open now.
That's true. But what can be done, bro?
It's crazy, yo.
It's crazy. And this is the same situation, I think, across the world.
Across
and
the
that's
world,
why the black market is, it's never been a lull period for
yes.
organ trade.
And as we all know, bro, who pops up, which country's name pops up first when you talk about organ trade, bro?
China.
China is number one.
Yeah.
Even China had a big controversy, bro. The reason why the world got to know about China's organ fuck-ups and organ trades is basically... Have you heard of Falun Gong?
No.
Bro, incredible story. I'll tell you this, yeah? In the 1990s, like how Osho is. Osho was a cult, right? It was a modern religion.
Correct.
So in the 1990s, this thing called Falun Gong was created. It was a modern religion. It was a mix of Buddhism and Taoism.
Oh.
Taoism.
Taoism.
So what does that mean is that basically, like you've seen those Chinese videos of old people doing those.
Yeah.
Like Keelong, it's called.
I've heard this Falun Gong something.
Falun Gong.
I have no idea what it is.
So it was a simple modern religion.
Okay.
The main aim is that, okay, that, you know, whatever you're attached to in life, you should not be attached to it. And you should, be spiritual. And we all know, bro, the Communist Party is always overlooking and seeing what's happening.
Of course.
So basically they thought that, okay, in the beginning,
Spirituality
very good,
limit mein.
very good. The Chinese public is now getting fit and, you know, spiritual. It's good for us. Everyone is happy. And what they didn't realize is that, bro, in a span of 2 years, this guy had 70 million followers in China. So the Communist Party basically was like, okay, boss, abhi kuch to karna padega.
He's getting some power.
He's getting some power. No, a lot of people in the Communist Party were also doing this
obviously,
shit.
yeah.
So they were like, this shit has to be stopped.
Yeah.
What happened, bro? The state-run media basically created a propaganda against these guys, the Falun Gongs. But they had reached a considerable number of 70 million followers in China. So in Beijing, next to the parliament, 100,000, I think, like these followers, practitioners, went and tried to invade the damn parliament, only passing a bill that you guys are targeting us. We've not done anything wrong. There's a propaganda. Fuck you guys. The world got to know about it, bro. Overnight, okay? Like they say, like lakhs of Falun Gong practitioners were just exiled.
Whoa.
You know, and they were put in these camps.
Yeah.
And this went on for a good 5 to 7 years, from 1992 to 1999. Now, what they say is that nobody knows what happened to the bodies, the relatives, and all the practitioners that were still following Falun Gong shifted to New York. They bought a 400-acre plot, and that's their new headquarters. And then they wanted to ask help from America, that this is what's happening to Falun Gong.
Just like Osho, kind of.
Yeah, it's exactly like Osho.
Because the Indian government was also behind Osho for the money.
But now what happened is that in 1999, they started throwing people in the detention camps. In 2000, organ transplants in China were at its highest.
Oh.
And bodies were going missing. Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Bodies were going missing. And then the organ trade market in China started booming. You know, like you were talking about $50,000 for a lung, $50,000 for a kidney on demand, bro. In an hour or two, you'll have it. How? Now, majority of the prisoners go missing. Nobody knows what happens to them in China. So they say that this is how the organs are extracted.
Yeah, same
how
way.
Crazy is that?
The same way how they must have done it in Squid Game. No? The same way like that. And I think in China, a few doctors had come out also and said that we were forced to do all this.
Yes.
We were forced to do all this. But it's a very common practice when they do it to prisoners. I think it happens in a few South American countries also.
100%. All prisoners go missing, bro. What happens to their dead bodies?
Unfortunately, it's like you believe that their life doesn't matter as much. So it's not as big a crime.
So China is such a hard country, bro. They created this separate section. It's called the 610 office. They just created this because the Falun Gong created so much havoc in China.
There are no more cults.
That other countries start looking at China. Okay, finally the public is going crazy. Finally the public is standing up to the government. 610 committee, whichever cults exist in China, end them. It still exists. They've just formed a committee. Any cult before it becomes big, squash them down. Bro, hard, bro.
Hard.
Would you go and live in China for a few years, bruv?
Yeah.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Just to see, you know.
I've been to China a couple of times, and as in I've gone for work, but as a tourist, it's a good place.
It's a good place, right?
It's a good place to go. Good places to eat, drink, and you know.
As a tourist, it's good.
Hotels are dirt cheap.
Did you feel like any sort of like there's some vibe, bro?
No. But the first time I went,
some vibe that you're being watched, or you know.
I don't know if I was being watched or anything, but I remember that it was a bit hard because all the cabs, at least in south of China, there's like a big blockade between the driver, like a steel mesh, you know?
Between the driver and the passenger?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the driver is in a small little cabin, a steel jail.
Oh.
And the front seat and the back seats are open.
Oh, so they've been socially distancing.
So when you're going as a young kid at the age of like 18, 19 and you're seeing this, you're like, whoa, okay. Why is this?
Wow, you got to question those things.
Is the driver going to hit us? What's going to happen?
Damn.
They're hard. They're hard. And in fact, the person I worked with also out there, he's a Chinese guy. Okay. And we were just having a conversation over lunch. And he basically had the opinion that a country like China needs communism. A country like China needs a strict rule because it's the kind of public that they have.
Correct.
Again, poor public, uneducated public, and obviously a vast majority.
Correct.
It's a vastly populated country as well. So he was of the belief that this is good.
It's
Otherwise,
good.
nothing will happen in this country.
Yeah. But actually, if you look at it, bro, like
You and me, when we look at it from our perspective,
Yeah.
for us, we know that
Yeah.
okay, like freedom is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
In India, also we complain about small things that we don't have the opportunity to do.
Yes.
And imagine in China.
I think there are pros and cons, but in a way it's good because you always look at China. China is always in the news for something good,
Yeah.
as well as something
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
You know, but more good. Like what I think 2 days back or 3 days back they were on the news again that they've created some reactor which can generate more heat than the sun.
Yeah.
Which can now eventually cure dirty energy and start producing clean energy.
A big time politician, I think, from the Pentagon, a big time person from the Pentagon basically came out and said that, I think he quit or something. He said that the Chinese have taken over when it comes to technology.
Facts.
And he said that they are now years ahead of us.
Oh.
Yes.
New superpower.
Yeah.
You know.
But are you shocked?
I mean, the way China works and
Predictable.
the way, I mean, if you work hard, this is what you get, bro.
Yeah.
And the government, in a way,
The government is saying.
I think this is the only government that has control over their fucking public, over their population.
Yeah.
No other country has control. Which country? What country?
Maybe Saudi.
Okay, still.
Like one of those countries,
Yeah.
where there's no democracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dictatorship
But,
or communism.
Over Saudi is China.
Yeah. China, Russia, yeah, maybe.
Everybody knows that, you can't fuck with the government. They don't give a fuck.
And also, the news comes out very late and very rarely.
Yes.
So, what actually goes down, no one has an idea. And I don't think even they talk amongst themselves.
State
Because they're
run
like,
media,
forget
bro,
about it,
fuck
bro.
it, Fuck it and
Forget
move
about
the
it.
fuck on.
Move on, bro. Move on. And talking about organ harvesting, I read a news article that said that in October in America, they genetically modified a kidney in a pig.
Oh.
And the first pig to human transplant took place in
Don't
October.
tell me, bro. That's hard.
So basically, it was a brain dead body. The family donated the body to science. And for 54 hours, they transplanted a genetically modified pig's kidney to a human body. On the thigh, they put it exterior only.
Oh, wow.
With the pig's kidney has some sugar, some chemical which basically the human body doesn't accept it. So when any animal organ is put to a human body, it rejects it within minutes.
Because there's no immunity response.
Yeah, so
there's
there
no
is
response only.
Yeah, there's something that blocks it, or the body says no,
Correct.
we are not
Correct.
going to pump it with.
Correct.
Let it be alive.
Correct.
And so they genetically modified the pig so it doesn't have that sugar or some particular thing in the kidney.
Incredible, bro.
And it worked. And for 54 hours, that's more than 2 days, the kidney was surviving on the human body, on the thigh.
Wow.
Yeah, on a brain dead body. And apparently it was like,
Wow.
it's one of it's a big news
A success
for
story.
science. Yeah.
A success story.
Success story. Because just imagine, bro, a kidney from a pig. Like, as we discussed, that the demand for this organ market is crazy.
Demand over
The supply is next to nothing,
nothing.
and this is the same situation across the world. It's not like America's in a better situation than China or India or wherever.
No one.
So a lot of doctors are saying that this is good.
Incredible.
This is good. So
Incredible.
now they have gotten people from religious experts, scientific experts, all to come together and figure this out, how to go ahead, how to go about it. Because
Fair enough.
Yeah, this is step number one.
Yeah,
What
to
next?
solving a big problem.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of people die and suffer due to problems in their organs.
And I think we are also in such a era where I think pharma and medical companies are out here to save us now, because you're seeing so many viruses, Omicron,
Omicron.
Omicron, and all these viruses are coming. So eventually the scientists have to step up now, to save us.
That's true, bro. But the reality of the situation is, as in, we like it or no, we can't portray pharma companies as just trying to save us, because their main goal is for profit.
Yes,
so their
of
main
course.
goal is to make money for their investors.
Yes.
That is the main goal of a for-profit organization.
Of course.
So we can't get emotional and just put that on the side. Put that fact on the side. Because the pharma companies just want to save you, Rahul.
So the
They don't want to make a penny on you.
The booster shot, are you taking or no? Are you taking it? Are you taking the nitrous oxide booster?
Moving on.
Moving on. Let's skip to the good part.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
Also, YouTube doesn't like talks which
sorry.
is
Sorry, YouTube.
which makes the public vaccine hesitant.
I don't give a fuck. You know?
So yeah, bro. Tread carefully.
We are the modern day news outlet.
Yeah, bro. So pig to human transplant successful.
Madness. Bro, I think even like
That's
if
hard.
you think about it, just think about it that I can take your kidney and put it in my body and survive. You know, who would have thought that shit, bro?
Yeah, that is also epic. But I'm saying now you can take a pig's kidney. Imagine if they're doing this to humans.
True.
Pigs are gone, bro. Now.
Pigs are gone, bro. All animals are gone.
Yeah.
Matlab ki kya hai now?
But it's all CRISPR, like you know, the genetic modification gene.
yeah, stem cells
Yeah.
and all of that.
So it's that basis. And there was another thing I read about some scientists talking about lab grown organs.
Oh.
That basically organs are cells.
Oh.
And they're working on growing
that's
organs
hard.
in the lab.
That's hard, bro. Even I've heard that this shit has been going on since like the 1960s or something.
Oh yeah. This
Like
is
the
nothing new.
cryo preservation.
Yeah.
Like where you can eventually say if you're
Cryo is basically freezing.
yeah, so if you're gonna die, you just freeze your
Yeah.
body, hoping that modern science and healthcare can eventually revive your body back.
They have done some hardcore experiments.
That's fucking
bro.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And
One podcast, so we can just talk about like these experiments.
like cryopreservation. Who would have thought, bro? Would you do
Yeah.
that?
I don't have the answer at
You
this
know?
age, bro.
Like they
for
say
this.
that it's for $28,000.
Yeah, I don't have the answer for this right now.
Would you do it? But would you consider it?
I
That
don't-
they'll freeze your body and then eventually you're in 2022.
Yeah.
You 2122 straight
No, I
up.
think I'm too immature to take a decision
Huh?
like this.
No.
No.
Fuck that, bro. I'm freezing my body, bro. We are attaining moksha.
But would you take an organ from a pig?
Bro, if I have to survive, bro, you know, you gotta
Facts,
do what
right?
you gotta do, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know, half pig, half human. I am the Black Mirror
तो फिर-
episode. Nah?
ज़्यादा क्या टेंशन
I am
लेने का
the
bro?
pig.
Yeah, you're alive. That's what matters. A lot
Fuck
of people are.
that, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You're mad, bro. How can you say it? Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it's unnatural and all, but I'm saying like we are doing quite a few things that are unnatural.
Yeah, I wonder what those guys would do when they're in the same situation.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll take
and
it on.
when you're suffering and you're really suffering.
But I don't need to take from pigs. I have friends like you, na.
Arey,
You'll give me a kidney,
Arey,
na,
bro.
My guy, bro.
Two crores.
My guy. Oh shit! Bastard. You know. I think right now
I'll
till I have
sign the
no
consent form.
till I have no children and a wife, I'll give my kidney. After I get children and a wife, then I
You
can't.
save it for them, right?
Yeah, then I have to say it for them.
Yeah,
You know.
True that.
Then I can't give organs, huh?
Yeah.
You know, then you have to take from a pig, bro.
What do you think about, for example, now an athlete, okay? He is getting a lab-grown organ or a animal-grown, genetically modified animal organ, and that is helping him in his athletic abilities, like maybe cardio, strength, something in any sport. Not only in just fighting or MMA, but I
Great
mean
question.
football,
Great
football,
question.
whatever. What do you
I
think?
think
Is it
this
fair?
is the future.
It's gonna happen.
I
no?
think it's the future. Why
Yeah,
not?
right?
You know, because a lot
You think
of
it's unfair?
bro, just think about it. Like athletes take that horse tranquilizer for energy, right?
Horse tranquilizer?
Yeah, some not horse tranquilizer, some sort of horse steroid,
Oh, I
which
don't
is
know.
given to horses. So they anyways take that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro.
I think that's just straight up steroid you're talking about.
No, bro, it's something that you give horses that even now human bodybuilders take.
Oh, Clen.
Not Clen, bro. It's some sort of.
Clen is for horses, na?
I have no idea, bro.
Okay.
But I'm saying that if medicines can be given to horses as well as human beings, the same medicine,
Yeah.
why can't a limb be exchanged? And here's the human fucking body causes a lot of pain, Maki Chuth. You know?
No, but my question is, Rahul, is it fair?
Of course it's fair.
Is it fair? Like if you were in a football team.
If it's a life or death situation.
No, if you were in a football team, okay. Chalo, your favorite football team was playing against, say, Man United, and Cristiano Ronaldo is now 54 years old, but still fucking faster and
He has
stronger
horse
than anybody.
legs.
You know?
He has horse legs. Huh, bro? Fucking, no, then you're mad. Man. Then make him run a damn horse race. I think they should do the opposite, bro. You know?
What? Create a new league.
Like say for example, if Devang has a dog leg or a greyhound's leg, he should do greyhound racing.
No, he's not going to have a greyhound's leg, bro. He'll have a heart organ, like a lung, or, like a kidney, which maybe helps them perform better.
No, then it's not.
Which
bro.
maybe
then
helps,
it's not fair.
helps the internal hormones better to, grow strength and muscles.
No, then
and
it's not fair, na.
it's not fair, right?
No, then it's not. Basically, the competitive edge goes.
The competitive edge goes, but again, Conor McGregor has a steel shin. As in, like he himself says it. He's like, do you guys understand what I'm going to do with this? I'm not. And I never thought about it until I saw that video where he's saying, dude, I'm going to kill everybody with this.
I have a steel
This
chain.
is a weapon.
Yeah.
And I'm allowed. It's legal.
That's true. That's
But
a good point. Yeah,
and
that's
not
a good
steel,
point.
Rahul, titanium.
Titanium. Oh damn,
Yeah.
bro. Oh damn.
So is it
Oh,
fair?
damn. Oh damn.
Because that is allowed legally.
But legally, I also want to find out whether it's a pro or a con to have a steel or a titanium.
It's a pro.
Like. You're sure?
It's a pro, full pro.
Oh yeah.
It's a full pro. You
Oh,
become better.
Oh damn. That's mad.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
So then it's not.
Because now the technology, before 15-20 years, the technology was like the bone is the stronger
So what you're trying to say
option.
is that if I get
now
lungs,
the metal is the stronger option.
if you give me lungs of a horse,
Something like that.
where my stamina goes like 10
Something
fold,
like that.
20
Yeah.
fold.
Your stamina, your digestion, some small little edge. You know, athletes, it's all about the little minute
Little
edge, bro.
Then I think if it's not a wow.
But it's all about the edge, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, I think fuck that, bro. Fuck
Nahin,
that,
na?
bro. No, bro. But
How do you think about it? Like, because, see, now if an athlete has an issue, you would be like, yeah, take it,
If
bro.
it's proven-
Help yourself, save yourself.
if me and you are running a race today and you have if it's
Some issue.
proven if it's proven that the organ
I need
that
it.
the animal has donated to you
Yeah.
is helping you run faster or
Yeah.
has built your stamina, then I can't compete with you. Right? Because I don't have the damn same
No.
lungs as you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not
fair. no.
Because a few people will do it because they need to do it.
Huh.
But then when the rest find out,
Huh.
you know,
Huh.
when the Russians find out
Yeah.
that if I
Fuck
do
that.
this,
Yeah.
I'll become a little
Correct.
bit stronger,
Correct.
little bit faster.
Correct.
Sign me up.
But I feel that it's the same thing that's happening in America and all now, where like men are competing in the women sports category and women are.
That's
So
hardcore.
that's
yeah.
unfair.
Yeah. That's straight up unfair.
That's unfair. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a similar situation. It's,
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, that is unfair. That is
It's
absolute-
unfair, bro.
Yeah.
You have horse lungs and you're challenging me to a race. You should be
Yeah.
ashamed of yourself, bro. Go run with horses, motherfucker.
In the UFC, basically what happened was before you could take testosterone if
Yeah.
you had proven that you need it or your body doesn't make enough. And a lot of people took advantage of that. And they had to ban that.
Yeah, bro.
They had to ban
For
that.
sure, for
that
sure.
you're falling short of testosterone, don't fight.
I wonder if PRP is banned, bro.
PRP was in cycling, it got banned, na?
It got banned?
Yeah.
Platelet-rich plasma.
I think Lance Armstrong did that only, no?
Oh, he did that?
Yeah.
Where you take the platelets
Red
from
blood
your own
cells, yeah.
blood and
Yeah.
inject it. Actually, that should not be banned.
But it
na?
helps. It helps you. You know, you can't even take certain medicines because they're anti-inflammatory, you know?
Oh, hard.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying now. When it comes to these kind of sports, it's about the little edge. It's about the small edge. You know.
But who was telling me this that steroid use in a combat sport is a complete disadvantage to the opponent?
Of
You know, because you're fucking putting someone's life at risk.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
Like-
and you know what, bro? When you're making that money, you don't give a fuck.
Fuck.
You want to win. You want the fame. You want the glory.
Fuck that.
You know.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So they don't give a fuck, bro.
They don't give a fuck.
And when in countries like Russia and all, it's government sponsored. Icarus, we all saw it.
What a movie, bro.
Yeah.
What a damn movie.
I think Icarus got 1 billion views on Netflix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So 2 years ago, it had 700 million views.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
$1 billion? Well deserved.
Yeah.
What a movie, bro.
Yeah.
What a damn movie. State-run steroid houses. Huh?
Yeah. So people are willing, bro. थोड़ा
क्यों
स्ट्रांग
नहीं?
बनेगा फास्ट बनेगा मेरे को बना दो रोबोट
और मेरे को तो लगता है ना ब्रो टू बी ऑनेस्ट विद यू ना सब लोग मेरे को लगता है ब्रो सब लोग ब्रो
so everyone will get an organ transplant of it
सब not organ transplant मतलब
new
कि-
heart
yeah bro god knows bro they are just fucking one of a kind defying the human body
Yeah.
like LeBron James at 37 is going bonkers
exactly bro
Like
exactly.
Cristiano Ronaldo at 36 or 37
Exactly,
is going
yeah.
hard
or like Yoel Romero fighting at the age of 45 you know
it's mad
those are
It's
those are
mad.
wild things and
That's
also
insane.
in a body like that
yo
so it's a lot of effort to maintain that bro now
Bro, I'm saying that if this is what if steroids is used in a way where it's not fucking up your body, but it's helping you enhance your power and enhance your fucking mobility and your life, like how LeBron James. I'm not saying he's on steroids, but if that's what like sportsmen do, then fuck it, give to everyone.
yeah that's what a lot of people are saying that just make you know go wild with it
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, like if you have a disease, a very hardcore disease, the doctor prescribes you steroids to put on weight, right?
course.
If you suffer with some sort of issues where you're not
course.
having problems putting on weight, it's prescribed by the
yeah, of
doctors,
course.
right?
if you have low testosterone
Yeah.
you have to
take
do
that shit. Yeah.
so
Shit's crazy.
shit's crazy bro how do you decide what is fair and what is not.
Yes,
you know,
bro.
at the end, it's just a decision.
Just take resolutions.
Just take resolution.
Just take New Year resolution and stick to it, bro. New Year, new me, bitch.
More mobility, strength
Gonna
gain.
stretch more this year. Failed last year.
Hard, bro. Hard.
Huh? And what else, bro?
What else? Chinese players aren't allowed to play if they have tattoos.
Fuck
So
off,
they have
bro.
to cover their sleeves.
Fuck off,
Yeah.
bro. Is that the whole effeminate culture going on? Where they're trying to...
No, it's basically the culture of don't spoil our youth.
Oh.
Don't fucking be a bad influence.
Oh, shit.
You know,
Oh,
tattoos.
is that the reason why they fucking banned video games?
Yeah.
For the youth?
Yeah.
Now they can only play it on the weekends or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. No, they can only
Oh.
play it from a particular time, maybe an hour a day or something. It's
day,
crazy,
yeah,
and
yeah.
few hours on the weekend.
Weekend.
It's super strict.
It's madness.
And they very strongly say, and a lot of people in America praise a few things about this also. They say that because it's good in a way
Yeah,
that, you know,
yeah.
like kids are not on TikTok and Instagram all day just
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
influenced
yeah.
by majority like unwanted
Absolutely.
content.
Absolutely.
So it's good to be strict. It's good to have kids do physical activities, play
100%.
outside.
100%.
So yeah, so China is very strict with how the kids are going to be influenced, how they are going to see China, how they are going to see China as compared to the West.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Oh, shit.
So-
but I think that's a very, very, very harsh...
Very harsh, bro.
Very harsh law because
Yeah.
here, the Western Hemisphere, there's something completely opposite going on there. Who gives a fuck if you have tattoos?
Yeah.
You can run a company with 70,000
The whole
employees
idea
and
of
have
the
tattoos.
West is that free thinking,
Yeah, free thinking.
be
yeah.
free, you know,
and
do
then
what
it's
you
the
want.
complete opposite on this side,
Yeah,
bro.
discipline.
You know, discipline.
You know,
and
yeah.
for something
rules,
like tattoos, it's
yeah.
crazy.
We frown upon this. We don't
Damn.
allow it. Yeah.
Damn.
So now they're saying that new football players should not have a tattoo. The existing football players have to cover their hands, legs, whatever. Whatever it is, cover it up fully, no matter what. If you have a tattoo here also, wear a glove.
Wear a glove and just
Yeah,
keep it. Like basically just mask it.
The government has told basically TV channels and like whatever content creators that no actor or actress should be hired who has tattoos.
Oh.
Yeah.
And apparently I heard that even, you know, this, the whole BTS culture has created a lot
That was
lot
the
of
feminine
trends.
culture you were talking about.
Yeah, you know that they've created a lot of trends
Ear
where
piercings.
men are wearing nail polish.
Yeah.
And they're wearing
Ear
ear
piercings,
piercings and they're wearing a little...
They don't like
They
it.
wear a few, like, little female
Yeah,
clothes, you know.
Feminine.
So
yeah.
what they're doing is that they're banning them
They don't like it.
from
Yeah.
the TV and they're blurring out the earrings. and-
Earrings and all. Yeah,
So-
yeah. They're very strict about it, bro. They don't.
mad.
They don't like effeminate culture. They don't like gay culture. They don't like none of that.
Nothing,
Bro. They
huh?
don't entertain any of that.
Damn,
According
bro.
to them, it's like a bad influence for their kids.
Oh,
They don't
shit.
want their kids to grow up like that.
Oh, shit.
And obviously, the rhetoric and the propaganda is that the West has it easy.
But I'll tell you what, bro, this is what is, bro, China is making sure that the youth takes over the fucking world. Bro.
Yeah.
And this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is a live example of what a country is doing. Eventually, everyone's going to bow their head to China.
Yeah.
Like they are doing right now. Eventually, they're going to do it more.
Yeah. Because what China is saying is, listen, no distractions. You either going to be the best piano player or choose something else.
That you're going to be the best at.
Yeah.
You know?
Best.
Only the creme de la creme succeed.
Weightlifter, take steroids.
Take it.
Take it, bro. Become
In abundance.
the best.
In abundance.
Yeah.
You know? If you're going to work in a factory, you make sure that you press this button, but on time, switch it on and off on time.
Bro,
Only you're going to do that for the rest of your life.
I just recently saw a trailer of this one documentary called The American Factory, where a Chinese billionaire buys out a car factory or the windshield manufacturing factory in America, in a town where this factory had shut down. I think it was GE only, and a lot of people had become unemployed. And because of this Chinese investor coming in and making the factory in that town, obviously the town also said that, please come to us and, we'll help you with taxes and we'll help you with this because our entire town will get jobs. So this guy went there, set up shop and said that I'm going to get my laborers also, So he got thousands of Chinese laborers and
them on a
they
ship
showed
and
the
just
whole
got
culture difference that in the morning, the Americans are chilling on the side, smoking a cigarette and all. And the Chinese manager, he's saying that standing still is moving backwards.
What a quote, bro. Wow. Wow.
In like, you know, in
standing still is going backwards.
is moving backwards.
Is moving backwards.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he's like, you know, how you in school you have assemblies,
Damn.
right? So everyone is standing. It's a factory, bro, but they're standing like military men, bro.
Just ready.
And this guy is like
ready to do their job.
He's charging them up, you know, for the day.
Wow.
He's like standing still is moving backwards.
So
I felt that, bro.
So they basically a warning. If you're standing still, you're going to get hit.
Yeah. So, bro, fucking kill it. Make the most windshields today, bro.
Today. The boss should profit.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
And the Americans?
they respect that culture, and it's also a very famous pop culture thing that Asian parents, Indian parents, bro, doctor, engineer, you know, we all have that.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Professionals.
strict. Yeah.
Bro.
Because the thing is, I think in countries like these, they always have it tough growing up.
Yes,
you know?
yes. They always want to.
We have it easy.
Bro, everybody just
But
wants
our
to
parents'
transcend
generation-
poverty. Nobody wants to be in that poverty line. You always want to go above it.
Exactly.
So what are you
bro.
going to do?
Yeah. So 1 and 2 generations before us, it was tough, bro,
Yeah,
for majority of the
everyone.
people. Yeah. So then you understand the value of that, bro. Educate yourself, make something of yourself, you know, work hard.
कर ले.
Because नहीं होएगा तो लफड़ा होएगा भाई. संभाल ले अपने आप को.
True.
You know, discipline रख थोड़ा.
True.
So in the West, you have an option. You wanna be a hustler. You wanna grind it out. You wanna not party and sacrifice on the
yes,
weekend.
yes.
You know, tell your friends, no, I'm not coming out tonight.
Yes.
And in China, it's like, bruh, study, bro.
What's getting
Yeah.
out? Just fucking study
Fucking
and
do
make
it.
it, you know?
Just keep practicing.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
stop
yes,
practicing.
yes,
you know,
yes.
if after you're done with your training, sauna,
Go back, yes.
steam,
sauna, yes.
recovery,
yes. Your life revolves
again.
around that profession. What
Yeah.
you want your life to be on.
and then you think also how they want you to think.
Damn,
Right?
bro, damn. So China is an example of a future is something that
It's going to
eventually
be a
is
superpower,
going
bro.
to take over everything.
Yeah.
bro, you know. So
Yeah.
it's madness.
'Cause,
I think I'm for it. Yeah, why not? Little bit, yeah.
It is what it is. For
You
it or
know,
against it, bro.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing bad with it. Like if your government is setting rules and regulations in place for you to follow,
Yeah. But what do you think about the tattoo rule? Because now see, you're tatted up, bro.
bro, fuck them. You know. Eventually, then on the other hand, fuck them for doing all this shit. You know, it's my body, bruh. I do what I want.
Just baati palat liye.
Fucking hell, bro. What's wrong with just fucking up your body? How am I fucking up?
But right now, you were saying it's good, yaar.
Good as in like all these things like study,
Study, okay.
become a professional, do it properly, you know, that way.
But you're saying that China को balance रखना चाहिए.
Balance, yeah. But where balance in a communist party? With all this shit, it's a little hard, you know.
It's hard.
It's a little
It's
hard.
hard.
Tattoos
It's hard.
and yeah. But if it's expected from a country, it's expected from China.
That's true.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
fuck that, bro. We're getting tatted.
Yeah, bro. I think even in Japan, it's extremely frowned upon to get tattoos. They don't like it at all.
Is it related to the yakuza?
Yeah, because it's related to, you know, mafia,
the gangsters,
and gangsters, and you know the bad crowd.
Yeah.
So a lot of people take offense to it.
Mm.
There was a small in the early 1900s. It was banned also.
Mm.
Yeah. So tattoo culture obviously thrives in Japan because it's underground.
Yeah,
and, you know,
And I also think now the tattoo culture is thriving everywhere, bro.
Everywhere, bro.
You know,
Everywhere.
because it's just become a common. It's just culture breeding, like.
Yeah, so now in India, though, I think it's absolutely common, bro. Like, I don't think like jobs also have a issue unless like you're a pilot, military, or some, you know, air hostess, some kind of a very
military, you're not
particular
allowed to
job.
have tattoos.
Yeah,
If you're a steward, I don't think you can have a tattoo.
exactly. So some particular jobs, but other than that, I think office and all people go, they have no problems, bro. And I remember growing up, it used to be a thing that you have to cover your sleeves if you have one little tattoo also.
Correct. Cover it full sleeve,
Yeah.
you know, wear a
But
jacket.
now I think in India, I think it's become very
It's
relaxed.
fast forward. Even that being said, even like, you know, there's no uniform culture also now. Right? Anyone can wear anything.
Yeah, exactly.
In a way. So it's all getting a little freed up.
It's all getting a bit freed up, bro. So like, but you know, when you're talking about uniform culture, it's like growing up, I remember my cousins in America, now they don't have uniforms in school. And we obviously had
Always
uniform.
with the tie and the badge.
Yeah, and all schools
And the
had
black
uniforms.
batas.
Regardless, private or public school, you had a uniform.
Yes.
In America, only private schools, that also certain ones had compulsory uniforms.
Correct.
So that time I was like, yo, this is best, bro, you know?
Just wear anything.
Wear anything and, you know, dress and all that.
Rock
you
some
have an
Nikes,
option, yeah. You can wear shorts and hoodie and whatnot. Out here in our school, bro, you couldn't wear a hoodie over your
It
uniform.
had to be open, no?
It had to be open.
Ah.
Yeah. and you have to make
So
up
you
a
had to
thing.
wear the zipper hoodie.
Yeah, so I remember I had got this Barcelona hoodie, bro, Nike. And it was fucking cool, bro. I wanted to wear it. And zipper, you know?
It was zipper?
Like a windbreaker kind of a thing. And I was not allowed
So
to
you were
wear
flexing with your Barcelona jersey.
it. Yeah, bro.
But you're not
jersey.
allowed? Your jacket.
Yeah, not allowed.
You're not allowed?
Not allowed.
Oh, damn.
Removed. So yeah, so growing up, I thought that it was cool to not have a uniform. But now, I feel that I like the uniform concept because first thing is that it doesn't create a divide, right?
Yes.
That Rahul has more money, so he's wearing Yeezys, and I have no money, so I'm wearing chappals.
Everyone is equal.
Everyone is
Gurukul
equal.
style.
Yeah. And I think even if this is one point, but I think it's a very strong point, and especially when you're growing up, because those years also, like, you know, you don't want to be an asshole and that age, bro. You want to learn how to stay grounded and how to be humble as early as you can.
Correct. But that's a good point what you brought up, that, you know, there should be no divide.
Yeah.
If there was no uniform in India, at least there would be a definite divide.
Bro, 1000%, bro. 1000%.
Here doesn't matter if you're worth $1 billion or worth lakhs. You're still going to wear the same shoes, socks, same shirt, same pant. You're just going to be...
The only divide for our school was, are you going by school bus or you're getting picked up in an expensive car?
Exactly.
Or, you know? So that was the flex.
Or your broke ass is taking you, you have to walk it back home. What is it going to be, bro?
Yeah. Just stay near the school, walk home.
Walk home, bro.
Yeah. So I like that, bro. That
Even I like the uniform culture.
uniform culture, you know, and it's coming from military, and there's a reason that, you know, regardless of your religion or your background or your wealth and your societal status, doesn't matter. Out here, you're equal.
It's the same thing in the military also. There's a military uniform.
Yeah.
Now tomorrow if the military goes and says that no uniform, wear what you want, what the fuck?
Yeah, and that's the whole idea in the military also, that where you're coming from doesn't matter.
Correct.
What your religion is doesn't matter. Everyone is your brother and sister out here.
Yes. The uniform culture.
Yeah, so, but now you see, like, it's dying down in the, like, see now, even when you think about, like, work uniform culture, like, tie was such a necessary thing, especially for bankers. Now, ties, nobody wears. Hardly, very few people wear ties. Jackets still people wear.
Jackets is needed, bro.
Jackets still people wear, but only for meetings.
Yeah.
Before it was every single day. Like today, you go in Japan.
The banking field, you need to always, you're in a investment bank.
Investment. That's what I'm saying.
There are few financial institutions. Say a doctor would wear like his jacket.
Yeah, that is
uniform.
compulsory.
Yeah. So stuff like that.
But I remember, bro, when I went to Japan, and when you're walking early in the morning, you see that, bro, everyone goes to work in their suit.
Amazing, bro.
Bro, everyone.
Good suits, huh?
Everyone.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone.
Wow. The romance of wearing a suit.
And you know, I saw school kids. Okay, you know what was their uniform?
What?
A Jodhpuri. I'm not even joking.
Wow.
And I was just like, hey, it looks good.
Oh,
you know, it looks good. Nice with a badge and emblem and whatnot.
That's the romance, bro. You know, dressing up in the morning, getting ready for your day, killing it. But what are you a part of, like, this culture? Like, would you...
No, as in office.
Are you for having a uniform in office?
See, I like the whole concept of wearing a suit.
Yeah.
But that's me, bro. And I realize that majority of the people don't like it, bro. They don't want the hassle.
Convenience wise, bro.
Yeah, they want the
commute
convenience.
in a suit.
Yeah. I think you and me are the exception because we enjoy it.
Yes.
You know?
I think on the pro side now you can wear both. If you want to wear a suit, you can wear a suit. If you don't want to wear a suit, just be casual.
No, now you can't wear a suit, bro.
Nobody's
because
gonna
now if you wear
a
a suit, it's too much.
You know,
what are you trying to prove you're trying to prove a point.
That's also
you know, bro. Relax.
The culture of overdressing.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know, take it easy, bro.
Now if you overdress, people will be like, oh, what? Why? You know, minimalist will come out. Hey, be minimalist. Be minimalistic.
It's not sustainable to wear a suit every day, bro.
You know how much water was wasted making your fucking pants? The bleach did this. X amount of liters were wasted here, this, there, that.
But you're giving employment to the dry cleaners.
Yo, for sure. Employment is key.
Two sides to a coin.
Fill the factories.
Yeah, bro. So uniform culture is definitely dying down in India, bro. Definitely. What do you think about talking about the whole tattoo scene? That China has banned tattoos. Why is tattoo so tabooed, bro? Is it just because it's permanent? Or is it just like did you get your first tattoo out of being a rebel? Like छुप के या मैं बोल के नहीं मेरे को करने का ही
Bro, in a way, everybody gets their first tattoo in a way of being a rebel because that's how it's portrayed.
Yeah, bro, my dad made me get.
Yeah, it's like just think about it. It's society that has just put in your mind That if you have a tattoo, oh, okay, you know.
Bad boy.
Something is off with this guy.
Naughty.
Something is off. Like, he's not a right. His mentality is not right. But fuck that, bro. It's eventually art, yo.
Yeah.
You know, you do what you want. It's your body.
Yeah. Fuck
I think that everything is now becoming very common and accepted. Now nobody cares.
Do you think there would be a value to tattoos if it wasn't a taboo and if it didn't cause pain?
You're saying that just because it's a taboo.
And because there is pain involved with the whole get the whole idea of getting the tattoo, I think that adds a lot of value to it. And I think if you remove these two things, I think people would not talk about it as much. It would not be such a big deal.
Bro, I to feel
You know why? Because see, the first thing I hear of person, see, you enjoy tattoos, so you also get it for the art aspect.
Bro,
of it.
I get it because the same way like how you are wearing this jacket with this shoe, with these jeans, with that watch. You're basically modifying your body.
No,
as per your wants, as per your needs, right?
So you are getting it because you enjoy the whole
Bro, I enjoy the
art form.
I enjoy the art form. I like how it looks.
How it looks.
You know?
But have you noticed that a vast majority of people who get the tattoos, they're always like, this has this meaning. This is the meaning I'm getting this for.
Oh, you're saying they're already defensive before
It's
even
already,
saying anything.
it has to have a meaning. Like, I don't understand the whole idea of why does a tattoo always have to have a meaning? You know, this has this meaning. Notice any time.
Because you're going on your defensive, you're trying to prove that I've gotten this tattoo.
Permanent hai.
Bro,
mistake
there's
nahi
a
hai.
cause I've got this, okay? There's a cause. My name is Siddharth, so I will get a tattoo that says Siddharth. Okay.
So majority of the people you notice now, bro, are getting it and always they want a meaning attached to the tattoo.
Bro. Yeah.
Because it's permanent. Because they're going through the ordeal of pain.
Correct.
And it's like a taboo.
Correct.
So it better mean something.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, eventually, but I'm seeing a lot of people change, bro. They don't give a fuck. People are just getting fucking anything now. You know, it's amazing to see.
No,
but now people are...
Yeah. But do you agree that majority, 100%. Like whoever you ask, hey, that's a nice tattoo. And you'll be like, this has the double meaning of this. And
yes,
and it has a small O in it.
Yes. This is how it's helping me. You know? Good energy.
Yeah.
So tattoos, people go into a very defensive mode when you say, oh, nice tattoo. You know, bro, this is what it means. Yeah. Don't judge me.
Because I think if without the pain and without the whole taboo aspect for the tattoo, I think there would not be as much value, bro. If I just told you that, what if I give you a permanent tattoo, which is a stick-on? Like, growing an organ in a lab. I come up with a new way. You'd be like, no, bro, I'll get the original.
Original way, yeah. That's why people prefer getting the Japanese traditional way of like the needling.
Yeah.
That way over the machine tattoos.
A lot of people do that. Yeah.
They are against machine tattoos because they like the poke method. You know?
So,
bro, each art has their connoisseur.
That's true.
You know? That's the beauty of it.
That's true, bro. That's true.
That's the beauty of it.
That's true. And one more unrelated thing that just came to my mind is that a new thing that I've been watching a lot on YouTube. You know how I go through phases on YouTube, bro? Yeah. So now this basically genre, okay, has fascinated me since the last 3 days. And the genre is called scammer baiting. Okay?
Understood.
Okay, so there are these YouTubers who are kind of hackers and they find out these scammers like Yahoo boys who are calling vulnerable people across the world, mainly in America, old people, targeted. and trying to loot them of the money.
Correct.
Savings accounts and whatnot, right?
Correct.
And I recently found out through these guys, and it's amazing. Some of these videos are amazing because these hackers go into the fucking office of the scammer. So basically, I thought that it was these Jamtara boys who were doing it. Ke credit card ka ye hai, wo hai, aapko ye chahiye. Bro, but those are the low level guys when it comes to the
low
scamming.
Ticket value.
Yeah, bro. Basically, in Kolkata, there's a whole big market where people have put up call centers, okay, of fucking 15 people, 12 people employed. And all they're doing is these scams. They're calling these people, making them give them gift cards or bank accounts through TeamViewer and AnyDesk and whatnot.
Yeah, basically taking control of
their PCs just by saying that I'm from Microsoft or Amazon. We have to give you a refund, so please give me access.
That makes sense why they're targeting the vulnerable.
Yeah, and these hackers, they find out about this. They hack their phones. They hack their computers. They
And
put viruses in their computers. Bro, there are videos where these hackers have gone into the CCTV camera of the office.
And while talking to them,
Tell them that, hey, your wall is green.
Oh.
Your owner's name is Rajesh, right?
Oh.
Rajesh, who just shifted to Amritsar because he got raided by the cops, and you guys shifted offices from the mall to this building office, and you're staying in Salt Lake in
Wow.
Kolkata.
Wow.
And these guys are like,
Mind blown.
yeah, they're like shocked.
Mind
And
blown.
some of these scammers now, bro, these scammers have gotten so smart that now they're telling the hackers that, what's your YouTube channel?
Oh shit.
Because they've gone through it. Multiple
shit.
of these YouTubers who are hackers,
Huh.
bro, these scammers have experienced multiple of those. So the scammers are now used to it.
Okay, which channel am I
What's your
gonna
channel?
come
When am I going to become famous?
Yeah, when is my voice going to become known?
Yeah.
When are they going to know me as the top scammer?
So I didn't know
Incredible.
that it is so big, and we did a whole
I
podcast on
didn't-
Yahoo Boys.
I didn't know that. I thought the most thriving fucking scam nation was Nigeria.
That's what I thought.
And then I didn't know that now India and Kolkata and all have become so big in fucking
Sophisticated.
scamming. Wow. And they have big offices, bro.
How much money do they make a month? These guys
knows, dude.
found out from this, for one office they found out.
Lakhs.
For the month they did research, he said that in the last 2-3 months he's made $300,000 a month.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
over 3 million a
Yeah,
year.
some people they take $1,000, some people they take $15,000.
Wow.
If you have like $400 in your savings account, they cut the phone on you.
Oh, fuck.
बात भी नहीं करने का,
Oh,
20-30
fuck.
हजार रुपए के लिए क्या बात करे भाई?
Oh, fuck. Why am I wasting my time for
Yeah.
$100-$200?
Fuck that.
These scammers also have now that in one day I have to make this much.
Yeah,
So,
Hardcore.
but bro, I think hacking is fucking cool.
it's
bro.
fucking cool, bro.
You know, I think it's a skill that should
Yeah.
be taught.
So, anything underground, have you noticed, bro?
Yeah.
Anything taboo? Like, of course, hacking is full taboo,
yeah, it's
bro.
Big taboo.
Tattoo, hacking, all of these things, you know, sex.
Yeah.
All of these things which are taboo, you know,
Anything that is related to sinning.
is very attention grabbing.
Correct. But
Yeah.
hacking is amazing. Imagine
Yeah.
you can just hack into someone's computer. That's
It's a
fucking
superpower.
fun.
It's a superpower.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But that makes you think that, dude, we can get fucked anytime. Because after
course.
seeing these guys just quickly just logging into anybody's Gmail account,
It's,
going, bro, they have access to the WhatsApp chats.
bro, this is all old
Everything.
news.
So anybody is like,
Old
anybody
news.
can
If
be
you
targeted.
if your password is, for example, capital C Chabria 3459 or something, or if it's something, you know, good life easy, whatever, caps lock, and you know, this up and down and whatever, it's a joke, bro.
Mm.
It's a joke. You need to have a 15-digit long fucking random ass password. That's what Edward Snowden said on Joe Rogan.
You need like a long ass
Yeah,
password.
if your password is a word and a few, you're finished.
Finished. Oh my god.
You're finished,
Oh
bro.
shit.
Yeah. So
I'm finished, that means.
yeah, bro. You don't even want to know.
My password is damn trash, bro.
You don't-
It's
you don't
damn
even wanna
weak.
know.
I'll be targeted.
You don't even want to know, bro. I'm telling you, you really don't even want to know what my passwords are.
Fuck
Bloody
that,
easy.
bro. Very easy, bro. Let's not even give out hints. Huh?
That's not your hints, bro. So yeah, bro.
So these scammers are out there.
Out there,
And I
bro.
was shocked, bro. India, I didn't expect India to have so
That's
many
what I
scammers.
thought. It was all Nigeria, the Yahoo boys, you know, saying that I'm the prince's son and you have so much. But it's all so low level, basic
Huh?
storyline, basic
Romance.
script.
And very long lasting, bro.
Long
you have to see
lasting.
overturn, bro. You have to see like fucking
But-
conversions.
Bro, these Kolkata boys are sophisticated. English on point. Okay, they convince these guys from America that they are just an Indian from California, Riverdale, or you know, Seattle.
Hi, my name is Kevin.
Yeah.
My name is not Prahlad.
Yeah.
It's Kevin. Motherchod.
And they abuse of them. पागल हो गई, साली दे रही
Yeah,
है अभी।
पागल हो गई है।
इसको तो लूट लेंगे।
I told you my name is not Prahlad. Motherchod.
Yeah. And some of these scammers even talk to the hackers like, "Arey, if you have the guts, don't use the voice modulator. Talk in your real voice."
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck you. What are you going to do?
Yeah, bro. So it's a crazy world if you are a little vulnerable. Because
Yeah,
just
you're gonna be
imagine if you have like a crypto account and you're not careful, a lot of money can go. And just imagine how much money must have gone from crypto accounts.
Yeah, from crypto wallets, bro. Unclaimed wallets.
Yeah.
It's insane, bro.
That big YouTuber Steve will do it. He got
Targeted,
robbed
no?
for his crypto account was taken for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Finished. Bro, and no, it was not only him. I think like some 5 billion worth of crypto was just wiped off the market
Wiped off
overnight.
the market overnight,
you
yeah,
know?
bro.
So it is what it is,
Yeah,
bro.
because however you say firewall and internet security and you know anti-malware, whatever it is, bro. Internet is a vulnerable
Yeah.
place.
Fuck that, bro. And that's also man-made. So anything that a man can make, a man can break.
And as we discussed, bro, what if the power grid just goes off?
One day, huh?
Something happens, bro. Thunderstorm, touch wood, it doesn't happen. But I'm saying anything is possible, bro. We never thought that the whole world will sit at home.
Correct.
One virus made a whole world sit at home. So imagine
That's a very scary thought, bro.
Bro, 1 second. Where is all your money? Digital India, bro.
Yeah. You don't have fucking cash.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I made even a small payment. Bro, Nariyal I bought with Paytm. What do I tell you?
Everything is now Paytm, bro.
Yeah.
Digital cash is the
Yeah.
way. I want cabs, like black and yellow cabs, to start accepting Google Pay and all, bro. Paytm, they don't do it black and
Paytm,
yellow
bro.
cabs. No, not yet. Not yet, bro. I travel more in black and yellows than you, I know.
But Paytm they've taken.
Nobody accepts, bro, in black and yellows.
Yeah?
It should be like now everything should be digital, bro. It's just better. Who wants to carry change?
I like cash.
Fuck that, bro.
But I don't use it.
Yeah, fuck
'Cause I
cash,
don't
bro.
have cash.
Whenever you withdraw cash, it's gone.
Yeah,
You ever wondered, bro? You don't know where the money
It's
is,
a
but
feeling,
it's just
bro.
fucking gone.
It's a feeling. I like that feeling.
It's good, bro. Take it, withdraw it, and then deposit
I
back.
like it, bro. Even at the store, if a client gives cash also now, I like the whole romance of counting the cash, Yeah.
Just smell it, bro.
Smell,
Take a whiff.
deposit, put
Take
in
a
the locker,
whiff, bro.
close it.
Take a whiff.
You
I'm just wondering when will the day come when I buy a cash.
Too much
counting
convenience,
machine.
bro, is not good.
Huh?
Too much convenience is not good.
Too much convenience is not good, bro. Yeah.
So cash machines are a scam, bro, because you have to get the really expensive one, bro. If
not
you don't,
not the Alibaba ones.
Alibaba, no, you get out here also. The basic ones, there are a lot of high chances of mistakes.
Mistakes, okay.
Double counts.
Okay.
So any jewelry store and all you go, na,
Yeah, where there's heavy cash transactions.
they'll have.
Yeah.
But that is like a secondary.
Yeah,
you count it first, human hands.
You always.
And then you put it
always.
there. Double check.
Because you can't trust a machine, bro.
Yeah.
Your instinct.
Indians can't trust.
Your
a machine.
instinct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Indians don't trust.
Indians, I can never imagine an Indian just putting 1 lakh and not counting it.
Yeah,
And
you
just
think?
giving it
I think in America and all, they just use the machine, bro. Forget about it.
True, we are in the third world. We are a third world nation. How many times to tell you?
Sometimes, so, I see these videos of like this one video of Dana White and like whoever these fucking guys who play in the casino, bro, and they give out fucking $1,000 tips like this, bro, to everybody.
Of course. What are you shocked?
Okay, 1 second. The teller who's giving you the money at the casino, you won. They're giving you money,
Throw a
20,
chip,
30,000.
bro.
You throw a chip?
Throw a chip, bro. James Bond. Walk
Bro, I
out.
would never throw a chip.
Walk out.
Would you?
I've thrown
I would never.
like a pound or something, bro, in London. Just one
My pound?
2 pounds, like just like.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I would never throw.
Bro. And these guys throw like $1,000 chips, huh?
I don't get it. In a restaurant, I understand the whole tipping culture. I don't like it when it's forced. In America, it's forced. If you don't tip, they get angry, bro. Because their salaries are less because they share the tips.
Yeah.
So I don't like forced.
Bro, in New
tipping
York once,
culture.
me and my brother were traveling by taxi, and I think my brother was getting off at Union Square, and we were going back to his room, and he tried to tip him like a few cents, bro. He threw it on him.
What?
Yeah, this was my first experience of tipping.
Bro,
He took it and he said, no, thanks.
Yeah,
And
the
he's
same
nice.
thing happened with me. A similar thing happened with me that we were in New York and me, my cousins and my uncle and we were in a cab, like a van. And I'm not joking, bro. Every window inside the van, okay, was written 30% tip appreciated.
Oh, straight up asking, bro.
But
No
not
fucks
one
given.
window.
All
windows.
in one taxi?
Inside.
All taxis or only this taxi?
This van, the van we sat in.
30%.
A4 size. So you imagine you can't even enjoy the view.
Oh, fuck.
There was a big thing. 30%
Just like 30% tips appreciated. This guy's a gangster.
Yeah, and my uncle had to pay. So I like, aren't they like twisting your hand? And he's like, "Arey, yeah, this is how it works out here, bro."
कि आप ही देवानु है चाली जाओ.
Because I was like, "Arey, why don't you stand up?"
Yeah, what stand up?
Like,
They'll
shut the
beat
fuck
my
up.
ass
He
down,
told me,
you know?
"Shut the fuck up, bro." This is how it
You
works.
young boy, grow up a little, you know?
I'm 17, bro.
Yeah, grow up when you have money to give, then you'll
Yeah,
understand.
17 as a young adult going to America for the first time, I was culture shocked,
Fuck
bro.
that, bro.
Yeah.
So
I like it when you're
system.
tipping, when the service is so good that you feel
That you
like
appreciate it,
Yeah,
you know?
appreciate. I think, I like that.
yeah, like you deserve a tip. I'm going to give you a tip.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just too good, Joe, bro.
Yes. Yes. Or
Yes,
maybe
yeah.
you're just smart.
You're accepting it also. Yes,
You're just
that's
smart,
you, bro.
know? Or you're just smart.
On that note, GLE.
We out.
Ciao, ciao.